Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another wrap-up video from me. So this is July's video game wrap-up, where we talk about all of the video games that I've purchased, both physically and digitally, and all of the video games that I've played during the month. Let's start with all of the video games that I've physically purchased this month, the month of July. So before we get on to actual video games, I do like to show video game related purchases, and if you have seen my bonus whatnot video, you will have already seen these in that, but I did grab a couple of packs of Animal Crossing and Sanrio amiibos this month. They are Japanese, these are the empty packets, and so I thought I'd quickly show you those amiibos. You can scan them into New Horizons and you can get the exclusive Sanrio characters doing this. I didn't know if it would work because it's Japanese, but clearly the amiibo function doesn't care about language, so I'm really happy about that. These can be quite hard to get in English, so hopefully you can see those. There's going to be a bit of glare because they're in their little sleeves, I guess. And I think I'm missing just one, and then you get some stickers as well. But I'm missing the frog one, which doesn't really bother me so much. I'm going to have to get it for the sake of completing a series. It's this one that I'm missing, the collab with him. For the completionist in me, I am going to have to get that amiibo, but I'm not really that fussed about that one. So let's now move on to video games that I actually purchased. And I got a lot of PS1 games this month because I really want to expand my PlayStation 1 library. I've spoken about that quite a lot on this channel. I did a video on PlayStation 1 games that I've played and PlayStation 1 games that I want to play, and I did want to expand my PS1 library because it's very, very small, unfortunately. So I did grab quite a few PS1 games on eBay, so we'll flick through those as quickly as possible. First up, I grabbed Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Nothing special here. I do like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I thought that this would be a nice one to play at Christmas. Obviously, it's quite outdated now. I can't see the... 2000. This came out in 2000, so it's very, very outdated now. But I love trivia, I love quizzes, so I thought I'd grab this one that we could hopefully play at Christmas, but it's a nice addition to the collection anyway. Next up, I grabbed Theme Park World. Now, I've spoken about Theme Park World before. I've only ever played Theme Park World on the PlayStation 2. And I never bothered with the PlayStation 1 version because I thought it would be the same, if not a worse version of the PS2 version. That is not the case. So all the versions of Theme Park World are different. So I need to play the PlayStation 1 version of Theme Park World so I can compare it with the PlayStation 2 version. Up next, we have a classic on the PlayStation 1, one that was sorely missing from my collection, and that is Croc Legend of the Gobbos. Now, I did play this as a child. They are doing a remaster of this, I believe, so I will absolutely be playing the remaster. Now, this case is a little bit cracked, so I do need a case replacement, but the disc and everything is absolutely fine, so I'm happy to have Croc Legend of the Gobbos. Like I say, fond memories of this as a child. And again, you'll have to let me know, were you a Croc kid? Did you play Croc Legend of the Gobbos? I feel like this was overshadowed by Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, so you'll have to let me know if you have any memories of Croc. Next up, another nostalgic one. I played this as a child. We have Buster Move. This is the Buster Move 2. This is the arcade edition. Now, what's interesting about this is, I think this is called Bubble Bobble in America, by the way, if you are American. The disc just says Buster Move, whereas the case says Buster Move 2. So you'd think, have I got the wrong disc in the wrong case? No, it is the same game. It is Buster Move 2. They just didn't write Buster Move 2 on the disc. I have no idea. Finally, for PlayStation 1 games, so nothing groundbreaking here. Bratz. I had to grab this for the collection. Of course I did. I am not ashamed to say I really do like Bratz. I loved the Bratz dolls growing up. I had Bratz, Barbies, I had Mycene as well, but I have a soft spot for the Bratz, particularly Roxy. I loved my Roxy doll. And so I had to get this. I've never played Bratz on the PlayStation 1. Is it going to be utter garbage? Yeah, probably is. Am I going to play it anyway? Yeah. Is there a possibility I might actually enjoy it? Also yes, because I absolutely love Bratz Rock Angels and I'll hear nothing about it. So we'll see how I get on with this. But even if I absolutely hate it, it's staying in the collection. And speaking of doll-based games, I remember having Barbie Explorer on the PlayStation 1 as a kid, and that was not the best game in the world, but I'd love to get it back for nostalgia reasons. So that's all the PlayStation 1 games, and I did make one more physical purchase this month on Whatnot, and that was Dr. Mario, the Japanese version on the Game Boy. Now that has since gone to its new home. The reason I bought that, I think I had free shipping I want to give away with Resale Wales, and nobody wanted it for £1. So I thought, I'll grab it for £1. I'm sure I'll make some money. And I did. I ended up bundling that with Project Cars that I also bought from Resale Wales. And I think I got £5 or £6 for the pair, which I thought was pretty reasonable. So that's it for physical purchases. Next up, we'll move to digital purchases. And I didn't really make any digital purchases this month. The only thing I downloaded, so not purchased, was the Moonlight Peaks demo on the Nintendo Switch. And we'll talk about that in a second. But that's the only thing I technically downloaded. I do also have now Meowdoku on my phone. Is that classed as a digital purchase? I didn't purchase it. Yeah, I didn't even put this in games I've played, but technically it is a phone game. It's Sudoku, but with cats. So yeah, that's what I've been doing in my spare time. Judge away. Now let's talk about games that I've played, and I will go through this as quickly as possible because a lot of them are of course the same over the months. Pokemon Shining Pearl, let's talk about that. So I did finish Pokemon Shining Pearl this month. I beat the Elite Four, I beat the champion, and I'm currently doing like some of the post-game content. I am playing Pokemon Shining Pearl every single day until I get the swarm with the Spinders. Of course I am. So I'm going to be on Pokemon Shining Pearl probably for the rest of my life trying to get these blooming Spinders. Spinder is my favourite Pokemon. He's the only Pokemon that you cannot transfer in and out of home, I believe. Coding errors. You've upset me. You've ruined my life, Nintendo. So the only way for me to get Spinder on my Switch is for me to get lucky and get him in a swarm on Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Still can't take him out of that game. He'll be stuck in that game forever, but I just want to catch him on the Switch. So yes, I am going to be playing Shining Pearl until the day I die, probably. My thoughts overall on the game, I really enjoyed Shining Pearl. I preferred Sword and Shield, but I really liked Shining Pearl. Do I think that the jump between the difficulty level and then you go to the Elite Four and the Champion, of course the Elite Four and the Champion are going to be hard. These gave me the hardest time out of any Pokemon game I've ever played, this Elite Four and the Champion. Cynthia, I'm coming for you, girl. She gave me the hardest time I've ever had. I think I had to redo this Elite Four and Champion maybe 4 or 5 times, which doesn't sound like a great deal, but when I've done Elite Fours and Champions in a Wanna before, this difficulty spike for me was crazy. I thought I had a really balanced team. Then it proved I did not. I in fact did not. So yeah, I found the Elite Four and Cynthia really difficult in this game compared to other games, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And again, I'm going to be playing it for time immemorial to get that damn Spinder. So the Forgotten City is of course an ongoing playthrough here on this channel, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. That is ending in August to be replaced with something else, and I don't know what that something else is yet, by the way. I haven't recorded anything for that slot, so we'll find out together, I suppose. I hope you're enjoying the Forgotten City. I had an absolute blast making that playthrough, and I really, really do love that game. I adore it. Fishbowl is, of course, an ongoing playthrough here on this channel. No, it isn't. Fishbowl has finished this month, actually. I tell a lie. Fishbowl was an ongoing playthrough here on this channel, but it finished this month to make way for something we're going to talk about in a moment. Thank you to everybody who supported my Fishbowl playthrough, who watched it. What an emotional roller coaster Fishbowl really was. And it's a very unique game. It's not the kind of game I normally play. So if you did engage with that playthrough, thank you, because I didn't expect that to get many views at all. And quite frankly, it hasn't. But the fact that it's had a few views shocks me even. It doesn't shock me in terms of the calibre of the game, because I think the game is brilliant. I really, really adore Fishbowl, but I think it is a better game, and I've said this from the start, to play rather than to watch somebody else play. I think if you have any interest in Fishbowl at all, I would encourage you to play it. I think you get more out of it if you play it rather than watching it. That said, see, I'm encouraging you not to watch my playthrough, but that said, I really am grateful to everyone who watched that playthrough. And that game is going to stick with me for a very long time, Fishbowl, I think. So, of course, Fishbowl ended and Oblivion Remastered began. I've been waiting so long to talk about this. And again, I feel really emotional for some reason. But I worked really hard on this playthrough. And of course, I'm still doing it. I'm still actively playing that game. I have pre-recorded a few because that's what I tend to do, but I haven't finished Oblivion Remastered by any stretch of the imagination. That is going to be a long, long playthrough here on this channel. It'll probably rival Harvest Moon Back to Nature, if not be a little bit longer than Harvest Moon Back to Nature. So Oblivion's going to be with us for quite a number of years, and I just, if there's one plea I can make, I would love for you to engage with that playthrough, because I feel really emotional. I don't know why. What's stupid? I worked really hard on it. It's the first playthrough that I've done that's fully role played. So yes, I was quite embarrassed, quite nervous to get into that role. I am playing somebody else. I'm not playing myself. And that's bloody difficult, by the way. It's really, really difficult. But I'm having an absolute blast doing it. So yeah, it's a bit cringe, it's a bit embarrassing, but I'm absolutely loving it. As I say, out of all of the playthroughs I've ever done, and I have worked hard on playthroughs, don't get me wrong, but I think I've worked the hardest on this one. And because it's not natural for me. I love Oblivion, by the way, but it's not natural for me to be role-playing in this way. Other playthroughs have been more natural because I'm just myself. This one I'm not, so it's not necessarily natural for me to play a game this way, but I am enjoying it so, so much. It means the world to me. So if I can make one plea to you, please go and watch the first episode of my Oblivion Remastered playthrough, and hopefully you stick with it. It's going to be with us for the long haul, and if any of my playthroughs got traction, I would love for it to be that one. My playthroughs don't tend to get a lot of views, let's be honest. And that's okay, because I've said before, I play them for me. I play them for you guys to see, of course. That's why I make a playthrough. But I'm enjoying a game, and I figure, let's just record myself playing it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. I loved the Astrobot playthrough for that reason. And I think my channel struggles because I play games that I want to play. I don't play games that are currently trending. I don't play the most popular games in the world. I play games that I want to play. It's that simple. And that will never change, by the way. I'm not going to play a game just because it came out yesterday. If I love it, I'll play it because it came out yesterday. Fable I'm debating, and Spyro, the new Spyro I'm debating playing on this channel. So they'll probably do better because they're modern games. Obviously, they're not out yet, but when I do a playthrough on them, obviously they'll be very, very new. So they might do better in general, but my playthroughs don't tend to get a lot of views because I play games. I play retro games, and I play games that I enjoy. And that, like I say, that's absolutely fine with me. I'm not complaining. I'm happy for every view that I get, genuinely. The fact that I see that a playthrough has one view makes me really, really happy. So all that aside, of course, I'd love you to watch all my playthroughs. Of course I would. But if there's one that I would like to do a plea for, it would be The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, because I am having a whale of a time with it. So let's now carry on with another remastered, and one that's been on my journey for a long time. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Have I played much more of it since the last time I spoke to you? No. I don't want to spoil it, but the twist... I was not enjoying Assassin's Creed 3 at all because I didn't like the protagonist. Don't want to spoil it, don't want to say too much. The twist has made me enjoy it more, and I do need to play it. Am I loving it still? No. But I have been playing a couple of hours since the twist. If you know, you know. I can't say anything, I can't spoil it. I wasn't spoiled, so I had no idea that was coming, and thank God that it happened, is all I'm going to say. Thank goodness. But if you know, you know, well, like I say. But I do need to get on and play Assassin's Creed 3 because next up is Black Flag. And I still don't know if I'm doing Resynced or the original. Let me know. But as you guys know, I am trying to play every Assassin's Creed game from the beginning to now. Started that in January, I think we did. And I'm only on Assassin's Creed 3 since January, so I actually don't think that's too bad when you consider that's actually 5 games, not 3. I don't think 5 games from January to the end of July is actually that bad. So we'll talk about Assassin's Creed 3 more next month, where, fingers crossed, I've finished it, but one never knows, and then we'll be moving on to Black Flag. But yes, I am enjoying it more after the twist. So now we'll talk about the Moonlight Peaks demo. I really enjoyed the demo of Moonlight Peaks, and I think I'm going to buy it. Now, is it on PS5? I may be more inclined to get it on the PS5. I'm not so much a Switch gamer at the moment, and I think part of that is because I can't record on my Switch Lite. You can record like 15 seconds of something, whereas I can record on my PS5. So if I decided I wanted Moonlight Peaks to be a playthrough here on this channel, I can do that with the PS5. I can't do that with the Switch Lite. There's probably ways, but they'll be convoluted and complicated. So I do tend to gravitate more towards getting games on my PS5 in case I want to record them in the future. Moonlight Peaks might be a good game to replace Harvest Moon Back to Nature if you were here for farming sims. So Moonlight Peaks is essentially a farming sim, but it's way more than that. You are a vampire and you're farming by night. You're doing things by night, and there's a lot more to it, but I really, really enjoyed it. So there's the potential that that might replace Harvest Moon Back to Nature for my farming simulator, because it's quite unique, isn't it? So we're nearly there. I played Theme Park World on the PS2 this month because I just fancied it. I was having such a good time until my PS2 crashed. It's fine, the PS2's fine, but it did just crash halfway through me making my Halloween-inspired theme park, and I lost everything, so I need to redo it. I will redo it. Theme Park World is something else I would love to explore here on this channel. I am still working on recording my PS2 because I want to play PS2 playthroughs more than anything. And finally, I spoke about it before, Bust a Move 2, I have been playing sporadically as well. Not a lot to say about it. It's a bubble shooter. That's it. Bubble shooter. So that is everything. Actually, both of the wrap-ups are quite big this month. I'm going to have so much fun editing them. No. So thank you very much for watching. You'll have to let me know what video games you have purchased this month, what video games you're playing this month. Let me know everything in the comments box below. But that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye Embers.